You live in your best, prepare for the worst. Cali go make a me know it's a must. Then I taxi, they know I'm a boss. We know my mind and me team not the loss. Me team not the loss, 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 me team not the loss.
Yo, it's your boy, Big Boy Biggs. We're out here again on the AfroAussie podcast. Today we're doing a set with someone who's been in the music game for quite a long time. And then Prez is here, which he needs no introduction, so I'm going to skip him for this one. I got someone sitting here. Tems, you want to introduce yourself to the people and tell them what you're about?
Hi, I am Temgazi, and I am a music artist.
Music artist, all right. So I know you've been doing music for quite a long time now, right? So tell me, how did this come about, doing music?
Well, I feel like I was born into music, really. My dad is a music artist, has been in the industry back home for a very long time.
Wow.
His father figure as well was also in music as well for a long time. So I came from a musical family, basically. So it felt like the only natural thing to do. And as a South African as well, it's just music and singing, dancing is just what we do.
Well, are you telling me South Africans are just doing music? They don't do anything else?
I mean, we've been doing other things, but I feel like the music is like just second nature. It's the way that we bond, the way that we have fun and everything else.
So, Prez, you've been in the music industry for quite a while, you said, but you know the artist, but you try to be an artist. I don't want to get into that detail. But you like being around that field of music. I know you've come across her songs, right?
Yeah.
But tell me what the music industry is like in Australia.
Well, the music industry for me in Australia have a long way to go where we ourselves, like even Africans, to kind of like step into it and have a platform where we can get our music out there. So the music industry have a long way to go, I believe.
All right. So, Thames, this is all about you, right? So talk to me. When did you know you can actually... I know you came from a musical background. The whole family is in music. But when did you realize you can actually do music yourself?
I feel like it was honestly just my mom. My mom was like, you need to sing. So there was never any questions about it. I just found myself just doing it. And it's just always been like that.
But how did you get the confidence? Because think about this, right? Because our parents tell us to do a lot of things, right? But you got to think about it as well. You have to want to do it. That's one. But then also, you need to know you're good at it, right?
Yeah.
So when did you actually realize you're actually good at doing music?
I realized that there could be something more to it when I was about 15 at an X Factor audition.
Yep.
Before I went, so this was the year before we were on TV with my girl group.
Yeah.
And I saw the girls at that audition.
So you
auditioning
met them
individually.
You met them as an individual.
Yeah.
All right.
We met on while we were in line with some of them.
Okay.
And then I realized that we're in Australia, predominantly white space.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we come back together as a group, whether we're good or not, we're still going to make it on TV.
So you use that as a leverage, right?
Yeah.
So you knew that you can leverage off each individual's different fans.
Not really. It was more so I felt like we could leverage from our blackness, if I'm being honest.
Is that something that says on TV? Prez, what do you think of that strategy?
I think it's something that's missing. I think it's a good strategy. I think like we should actually have, there's a niche market for black artists to actually make waves in Australia, and we don't have enough of them really stepping the game up and actually putting the, I don't know, I think you guys are putting the energy in. I don't know, disrespect. And I think that there should be an avenue where or somebody is out there actually pouring money onto this artist, making sure they're actually out there. And that's what I believe. That's why it's lacking with
The Aussie music space.
the Aussie music space.
So, Thames, you've been doing this for a very, very long time now, right? How long have you been doing this music business?
I feel like I've been actively pursuing it since I was 16, and now I just turned 29. That's like 13 years.
Why are you telling everybody your age? You should keep this,
Yeah, red
you
flag.
should keep this thing to yourself.
You know what I mean? Well, now you know.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this thing for a while now. So,
Yeah.
okay, now let's go back to the whole career trajectory from the start. So you saw these girls in the queue, and you felt like you can leverage off each other in the sense of getting together as a group, and then being able to, you can feed off your blackness. But how did you come about the name?
Oh, the name, we were on a phone call together, and we were trying to think of a name that describes what we stand for and who we are, but not in the English language. And then we thought, someone said, beauty, strength, and then basically things that describe black women, like how we perceive black women.
Yeah.
And then so I thought, okay, beauty, strength, and then I started looking up strength in different languages, and I really liked Adira, and I was like, what about Adira? And then someone knew that belle means
It's pretty in
beautiful
French.
in French.
Yeah.
And then first it was, what about Belle Adira? And then, or Adira Belle. So then we're like, maybe we'll just stick with Adira Belle now until we find something that sticks. But nothing stuck, and then Adira Belle stayed.
So,
Yeah.
so you had a name, and then you went for the audition, and you guys were really successful, and we was all rooting for you guys, because where black is involved, man, I'm not racist, but I'm just selective. You know what I mean? I gotta select my own people, right? So you guys did really, really well. You went all the way to the
Top 12.
top 12, and then you had a record deal with Sony, right? So you guys had a record deal with Sony. Did you guys release any music on the Sony?
No.
Did not release anything on the Sony.
Nope.
And so fast forward to now, I see you are here by yourself, but not with the crew. So where's the rest of the girls?
Well, I think at that time, everyone was really passionate about the music, but it comes with a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And I think you have to have really thick skin to stay wanting to do something like this, where you're constantly being told no and doors are constantly closing in your face all the time.
Yeah.
And other people, they'll tend to lose interest and want to go try something else that feels like it's more fulfilling to them.
Yeah.
I know some of the girls went off to go and do, to pursue other passions. But for me, the only thing I've ever really been truly passionate about was always the music. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah. So, Prez, you got anything to say to Tam?
Just maybe I go like just one or two questions and things like that. Like if I have to ask a question, like you've been pushing the music game for a while now in Australia, and I don't know, but what is what's stopping us as African for breaking out, like actually hitting the pinnacle?
It's a lot of factors. One of those factors would definitely be the fact that we need more support from our people, I believe.
Yep.
I feel like our people need to be the ones to really big us up.
Yep.
That's the one thing that's truly lacking. Because if you look at the industry in the States, if you look at the industry in the UK, the reason why the breakout artists are where they are in those different territories is because the people from, you know, the certain places that they come from, they big them up. They tell the world that this person is a star, you know? And like when someone comes from Memphis, you have the whole city this person is a star until the world starts believing that. But in Australia, it's quiet, you know? And we need to start understanding that we are our people here, you know? We are our community. So we need to have more of our community backing us up as Africans in anything that we do.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Prez, like what you said, because I was here with Hikmatu, she said the same thing as well. The one thing that's missing within this community is, like, we don't really support ourselves.
Yeah.
Now, what's been said, we can leverage off each other, right? But the level of support that we give to each other, it's very, very hard. And some people are supporting you for one or two reasons. Either they want you to fail or they want to say, I told you so. So what you said is very, very important, because when you go to America, if an artist is from LA, the whole city makes the artist their primary target. If you go to, say, for example, you go to Africa, right? Amapiano now, the South Africans adopted that beat. That's their thing, right? It doesn't matter everywhere you go, any South African you see, whether they can dance, they can sing, they will play you Amapiano.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like Afrobeats is taking off. But everything has to start from Africa.
Yeah.
But do you think, Biggie, like, do you think that, like, in Australia, as Africans in Australia, we have not really kind of like earned even kind of like a genre? Do you think we're missing that? Do you think we need to have kind of like a vibe, the Afro vibe from Australia?
Because think about it, the UK
like the UK boys have it, the American boys have it. But if you think about it again, Biggie, and things like
what's our sound? What should be our sound in Australia?
We don't really have a sound. I feel like there's a lot of influence coming from the places that you mentioned, coming from America, coming from the UK, and no one is really trying to focus on establishing an Australian sound. So we have something that helps us stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like in terms of where we stand, because what I believe in as well, Africans who just been arriving in Australia not so long ago. We just start coming.
Well, we've been here for 18 years, man. We should be making a difference now.
No, but in terms
18 years is
so I think it's a good thing that we're actually talking about this, because we actually just start coming. I think we shouldn't. we should not kind of like hit ourselves so much. It's a good platform that we're actually saying that, okay, hey, it's a vacancy. You know what I mean? I think like you don't need to give up because like unfortunately you are the pioneers of the African music in Australia. You know what I mean? If there were people before you, like they were not really kind of like they've not really done much.
Yeah, but like Thames, just to what Praise is saying, so you guys can make good music, right? But it's up to us to buy into it, right? And if we are not buying into this music, then where does it go? You know what I mean? I have people that have made great music. I have at home, I'm sitting on great music at home, right? But I have people that are not really pushing the music. Like you go to parties, right? You hear every song from overseas, but you don't hear songs coming in from Australia. I want to be able to play a music everywhere I go. Because if I start playing a music everywhere I go, everybody start listening to it. Like when I go to work on the weekends, I play African music.
Yeah.
I tell all like we have music, but I play
Yeah.
this song. And some of the boys now have some Afro songs on their playlist, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So
That's what I
the
do.
artist, their job is to make good music,
Yeah.
but that's not where it stops. If you have 20,000 listening to one artist, you've already making waves, right? So how do we get our music to cross boundaries?
Yeah. It honestly all goes back to the whole bigging each other up. I feel
Yeah.
like that is the one thing that's lacking because when I look at just the little milestones and little success that I have been able to achieve for myself,
Yep.
when I think about how and why, it's honestly the African community. It was me even being able to get my first song recognized and played on radio wasn't because I knew what I was doing and I put it on the right platforms for it to get there. I put my song out, the first one was on SoundCloud. SoundCloud is not a paid streaming platform. I
Yeah.
put that out on SoundCloud because I didn't know how to have my music on Spotify at that time.
Yeah.
You know? And then my people that had been following me from Adirabel days were like, finally, you're doing something. And they shared it on all of their stories. And somehow, in some way, it caught the attention of someone that was on radio. And I was able to get that song to be on radio stations and being like on full rotation. And then someone again from another label heard me in the United States, Tommy Boy
Nice,
Records.
nice.
They heard that song somehow and said, hey, we came across your page after listening to this song on the SoundCloud. Let's draw up a contract
contract.
for you. And that's how my first official single, Bunsen Burner, came to be through Tommy Boy Records in New York, all because of the support that came from my people. So when I think about if that is like a constant and it's like more.
Just multiply that by 5 or something.
Yeah, because when we really think about it, we literally set the trends. We tell everyone else what's on and what's popping right now.
No, definitely.
So, yeah, if a bunch of Africans are like, this is the artist to look out for, everybody that's on some position anywhere, they'll be like, oh, okay, if they think this person is cool, okay, then I guess this person is cool. Because a lot of the people in those positions are old people. They don't know what's cool right now. They're waiting for us to tell them that.
Definitely,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah.
But I think the young people out there right now should be the one that's pushing the wave of the Afro beats.
Yeah.
Now we have a platform. We have a foundation. The Burna Boys, the Davidos, the Wizkids, the Arya Star, the Tem, they've laid the foundation, right? Now, the problem we're going to have is if we don't maintain this, we're going to be a footnote. Now we are the headline act, right? Like the NBA All-Stars. You have Afro artists performing at the NBA All-Stars. I've never seen that before. I've been a big fan of basketball for the last 20 years, right? So I think now we have this foundation. We need to build on it. But for us to be able to benefit from that in Australia, because our market is very, very small and it's very tight. Like in every aspect, whether it's a corporate environment, whether it's tradies, you name it, whatnot. This place is very, very small. There's a lot of us here, but it's very, very small for us, right? But we can make it bigger. Like you said, if we start bigging up everybody else, we start pushing each other, if we start making the noise, because we're very loud, but we're loud in the wrong way. Like African people can promote negativity in a very loud, everybody can know it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the positivity, it's very, like you said, it's very quiet. Like Tem makes good music, right? People will go home, they sit there, listen to your song. But the DJs, when they go to an event, they go to parties, they don't play your song. So I think everybody out there needs to be focused on promoting
Yeah.
each other. Because as a DJ, if your song blow up, you need to hire a DJ, right? There'll be an African DJ you're gonna hire, right? If your business goes up, guess who you're gonna hire? A black guy, right?
That's what should happen, though. That's
But
what,
if
that's
the
what should
business is not going anywhere, there's a gap.
Yeah.
There's a market. So you went solo. Why did you go solo?
Yeah, as I said before, it's a cutthroat industry. It's really hard. If you, like I said before, if you come across a lot of no's and doors closing in your face,
Yeah.
you get not just discouraged, but it will push you to a place where you lose confidence in
Yeah.
yourself, not just in your craft, but as a person.
Yeah.
Right? I experienced that when I was on the show. The other girls were definitely more thick-skinned compared to me. That really like crippled me at that time. But then once I got back into it, I was like, okay, let's go. But then after a while, people will get to a place where they feel like, let me pursue something else. Let me try at something else. And that's just what the rest of the girls did. They wanted to pursue other passions. And for me, I don't have any other passion. I've tried to look and find, I wish I did. I really wish I did.
Keep doing music. No,
but
don't give up on
I
music.
don't have any other passion. It's just music. And anytime I try to do anything else, to put my mind on anything else, it just doesn't make me happy.
It brings you back to music.
Yeah.
So you doing it because you have passion for
Yeah.
it, which is why you can keep doing it at a very high level. And you need to perfect your craft, which you've
Yeah.
done over the years. Prez, what you got to say to that?
In terms of music, bro, like if you love it, I think it's always the time that you feel that the best time is the what can I say? Like the best time of getting your music out, I think would be the best time that you think you can get your music out, and always pursue your dreams and stuff like that. So like we all try to find our ways in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then when you get to a point, like example, you and your girls, you guys started pursuing music, and they eventually drop off because they feel like, you know, they don't really feel it deep down in their heart.
Oh, yeah.
Where you feel it deep down in your heart, I believe that's why you actually pursuing your music career and don't letting it go, and will actually love your music and love what you actually do. So keep it up. And I hope that the community is actually bigger in Australia and we can have bigger support for you. I think that's where I stand with that one.
Yeah, so yeah, that's like what I'm gonna do. I think we need to, like you said, we need to promote each other, because the only way we're gonna succeed here is by us telling each other, "This is great,
Yeah.
this is great," but we can't be mediocre as well.
Yeah.
In terms of you being the artist, you need to produce something that
Yeah.
I can be proud of.
Yeah.
Because over the years, this is something I've been really, really upset with. Right? You have young up and coming talent. They come through me, they come through Prez, but we get to a point where you feel like they're not really listening to what you're telling them. And it's disheartening, because you really want to push, you really want to put your effort into all these kids to be able to succeed and do this thing on a full-time basis. But some of them get to a point where they feel like they're bigger than you or they can do better than you. So what's keeping you grounded to this point where you're able to learn but also being able to evolve and still stay humble to who you are as a person?
I feel like that's a very loaded question, but
Unpack it for me, please.
I'm sure you can.
Definitely the fact that I honestly want to grow as an artist.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a student every day. I know that I am capable of producing different kinds of music,
Yeah.
which is why the first couple of tracks that I put out earlier on were all different. I have like rapping songs. I have songs where I'm just singing R&B. I've done like some Amapiano tracks and stuff like that. That was me trying to show that I am capable of doing everything
Yeah.
if I'm called to it.
Yeah.
But I was also very much open to feedback
Yeah.
from people telling me which they receive better and like better. And I think other people, they get very defensive when
Yeah.
people want to bring
The best out of them.
yeah, you know, like when they want to comment and say other things, other people get very offended. But me, I honestly just want to listen, because I want to take what I need to take so I can go back and apply it and change what needs to be changed, or feel like I'm being challenged, because I honestly want the best out of me, you know? Yeah.
Nah, but that's really good, because a lot of people like Prez, you know, I don't want to name names, but we've come across like few great. You yourself have come across few people that you know should have been somewhere in this music industry, right, in Australia, but they're nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
They've disappeared, right? So I mean, we can sit here and say all these things, but what we need to do is promote who really is focused, who's driven, who wants to get to the next level. Because at the end of the day, we are at a stage right now where you don't want to invest into something that you know is not going to come out good, right? So
yeah, but Biggie, like the point here is, I think like the artist or music industry in Australia for African Australian artists, it's a bit tough, right? It's only recently we even had what's the name of the radio station? Kodak.
hold on, which one?
Kodak FM.
Kada.
Kada, yeah. It's only recently those are the actually radio station that start playing Afrobeat music, and it's not too long ago they came to Australia. So we don't even have platform that will actually play this music on. The artists that are producing music, yes, they have to produce good music for us, but again, we need to, or the African community or Africans or whatever way, we need to actually have a system in Australia where pushing the African artists as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, put it this way.
B-Wise have one that is trying.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know about B-Wise, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but this is my thing. My thing is not about the platforms. My thing is about quality. Because like you said, your song was heard in America. You don't need it. If it wasn't good, nobody cares about it, right? That's what I'm saying. You need to be able to transcend into different market, right? I'm sitting here doing this right now. I don't really know how it's going to go. I'm still learning. I'm still asking people for feedback, right? But the point is, if the quality is there, people can resonate with what you're doing all over the world. Music has no boundaries, but it has to be good.
Yeah.
Afrobeat started in Africa. They to suppress it for so long, but something, if it's good, it's going to come out.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to stop talent. Right? You look at football, you look at basketball. Talent will always overshine anything that's happening. But the people need to perfect their craft. Some people give up. They're like, oh, you know what? We haven't blown up yet. Stuff it. I'm not doing music anymore. I give up. And then 6-7 years later, someone who keeps doing it has blown up to the next stage. And you know what they say? I was better than that person 10 times.
Yeah.
But they're on TV every day. But that's what I'm trying to say, is that we need to make sure our craft, our product, is as good as any other product out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a week, 2, 3, 4 years, who knows? But you will transcend. And I commend you for the fact that you're still doing this. You're at a point where you are at the cusp of breaking out.
You think so?
I think you are there. But you know what I mean? Let's talk about your music, because you're from South Africa, right? What is your music like in Africa? Talk to me about your people back home. Because we talk about these people here, let's talk about the ones, the originals.
Yeah. Well, I'm Swazi South African. Shout out to Swaziland and South Africa. But man, see, that's been my challenge actually. Like my people and trying to impress my people and trying to break out in my home country, I feel like is the challenge. I get a lot of support from back home. I honestly do. And I appreciate them, like media-wise and all of that. And when there is something coming out, they want to support. But the problem with my people, we love ourselves, right, guys? Like, we really love ourselves in South Africa. When something is ours, we want to get behind what's ours. And what I'm talking about the genres right now. Right now, Amapiano, because it's ours, that's the vibe. That's what we're going to push. That's our focus. That's what we're going to make sure is going out there. And then if another artist is coming, doing another genre, that's really cute. Can you do an Amapiano remix? Like,
do Amapiano.
Yeah, do an Amapiano remix.
You got to fly the flag.
Yeah, so like... That's what's been difficult. I really want to impress my people. I mean, that's why in all of my songs I go, "Hey, Zulu gal," because I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm one of you." But
don't forget me.
Yeah, but they're like, "Oh, congratulations, we love you." Do it in Amapiano, you know? That's the problem.
So you think the Amapiano is stopping you from reaching places in your country?
I feel like it's honestly the focus right now. This is what I've been told by music teams over there, labels over there that I've had conversations with. They'll say, you know what? Yeah, we can promote you, we can push you, we can do this. But hey, like Amapiano right now is the vibe. Like you know,
I think that's just right. There's a guy that I used to work with back in the day. Like he was trying to do gangster rap, hip hop music and stuff like that in Australia. Afrobeat is coming to Australia. Afrobeat is
He's
getting
already
wave.
here, man.
You know what I mean? I goes like, bro, if you can jump onto Afrobeat right now, you'll be making money in the next 2 years or
Yeah.
a year from now.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I want to stick to this. I want to stick to this. And he kept doing, but it was not the vibe. You know, people, you are Australian. You know what I mean? We don't know our hip hop that much in Australia and stuff like that. If you're doing commercial music, and the good thing about Afrobeat music that was getting waves, there's no swear word in it. There's
Yeah.
barely any swear words in
Nah,
it.
there's no swearing in that.
So it's easy
Yeah.
to be played on radio.
But if
Yeah.
they're swearing in there, you don't understand it. So it's all vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think the vibe, whoever's advising you about the vibe of Amapiano right now is a wave. You know what I mean?
It's the wave, but I feel like it needs to be genuine. That's my
You
thing.
need to be original to yourself.
Yeah, like, cause haven't you guys heard like when someone that is really not really from the culture like that is trying
Davido failed so
is
many
trying
times.
to do Afrobeats? Can't you guys point? Can you be like something is off here?
I know.
Because I feel like. You see, in Australia, because I've done Amapiano music before,
Yeah, I know,
right?
I've seen it,
In
I've seen it.
Australia, people are like, oh, that's the vibe, that's good. When I went home and in 2023, and they listened to my Amapiano music,
Sister,
What
what are you doing?
happened?
Quick.
they were like, they paused one of the songs. So how long have you been away from home?
You
know?
can tell.
Yeah, they can tell. And I'm like, I mean, I visit from time to time. And they'll be like, no, but how long have you been away?
Not the time you
Yeah.
come
And I'm
back.
like, I mean, I left when I was 6. And yeah, we can tell. We can
Is
tell.
it-
I can fool people here. I can get away with it here. I can say, hey, Zulu gal over here, because I am. That's who I am.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
like, I've been away from home for so long. Since I've spent majority of my life, my childhood, my adult life in these countries.
Yeah.
And even though I am of the culture, I am from the culture.
But you're not the culture
I'm not
anymore.
living there,
Yeah,
you
you're
know. So
living the
it
culture.
comes off as disingenuine when I'm there, like, hey, do this and that, or singing my Amapiano songs. The pronunciation, it's
That's
giving
what I was gonna
Australia.
ask, yeah.
You're saying Zulu girl, but it's
Yeah,
giving
but it's gotta
Blacktown.
have-
It's giving Parramatta.
Yeah, it's
you
gonna
know?
have that
Yeah.
accent to it.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
but I mean, like this is what we could do. Yeah, I know. You are a good MC, right? Like overall. But what's your niche? What area of the sounds that you feel like is your strength? What is your strength?
Honestly, it's R&B,
Okay.
and not just any kind of R&B, ballads. That's what the EP that I'm working on right now, that I've been working on for time, it's ballads. If honestly, I'm being honest, see Adele's type of music,
Yeah.
Okay.
that is the type of music, the type of genre, the type of space I want to be in.
Yeah.
And I know it's really not being done in Australia right now, but I don't care at this point, because I feel like if there's a space and I feel like I have the confidence and I actually know that I'm capable of feeling that space,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be me, you know?
Okay.
So that's what I really want to do, like ballads.
When I first saw you on TV, you were rapping.
Yeah.
Why drop the rap?
I was rapping and singing. We were an R&B group.
But you are the rapper in the
Yeah.
R&B
The rap
group.
queen.
Yeah.
So
I don't
why
want
did you
to
drop the rap business?
I don't want to drop it as per se, like in terms of like running away completely from it, but I really want to put a focus on where I feel like my strength really, really lies, to kind of like, like to put more of a focus on that, because I feel like
to own it. You
yeah,
want to own that space.
rap
for
is
us.
fun, and I only started doing rap as like a challenge. Like, as you know, I used to be in a group called DOPE, Dreaming of Paper Every Day. And I was supposed to be in that group when I was 16 as like the female vocalist of the group, because it was all boys and I was the only girl.
Name some names in that group.
There was Little Space Lee.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they want me to name them, but
Yeah.
I was in a group with like.
we know all of those boys.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I was with
Yeah.
Little Space Lee. He went by Miles or Mirak at the time. He went
Yeah.
by Mirak.
Yeah, Miles and Mira.
Miles, Mirak, Adam, Vino.
Oh.
Yeah, those are the boys.
But those are the names that I think should have made music
Yeah.
different
In
in this
Australia.
country.
Yeah,
yes,
it's true.
yes,
I
100%.
believe that as well, you know? So that's where
That was
the
talent.
rapping
That was
came
talented group, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that those names that you mentioned, they had
Yeah.
the names
Space
that I
is doing
think-
well.
Yeah,
Space is
Space
doing
Lee is
well.
doing
Space
really
came
well.
back.
Yeah,
He
Space
had a-
had his hiccups, but he's actually doing well, and that's just his story.
Yeah.
He
he's
came
doing
back.
well.
He came back.
Yeah.
Like one of the most talented kids that I've ever come across in this country. Talk about soccer. You talk about music. Talk about dancing.
Dancing. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Space they
yeah.
can dance.
Yeah, definitely. I know Space.
Yeah.
Those boys were
Yeah.
special,
Yeah.
and they're still special.
They are.
Yeah.
They need to
Vino,
just-
Vino was another good one.
Yeah, Vino's still around doing his
amazing.
thing.
Yeah, I
Vino's
know,
amazing.
That's
We-
my
we
boy,
have a
Baby
song
V.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like you said, the Australian music industry is very, very, very hard. But I think, this is what I think. I've been to Africa quite a lot over the last 5-6 years, right? I feel like we need to go back home, engineer the music there, gain momentum, and then we can come back here. and
You reckon?
I know so.
So
I'll give
you
you an
take
example.
you take the artist, or you take the music to Africa,
Yeah.
and then master it there.
Become
get
a
it,
superstar. in
get
Africa.
it.
Become a superstar in your home.
Oh,
Conquer your
yeah.
people.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that
And then
as
you can
well.
transcend.
Okay, they can
I
come back
honestly
here.
believe that. I was actually just talking to somebody about
Ah,
this
you
today.
believe it too.
Yes, I was definitely
Okay.
talking about
Reverse
this to
engineer. I
someone.
call it reverse engineering the
Yeah, because
success
I
game.
feel like a lot of people, they think, I need to go to America. I
No.
need to go to the UK. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You need to go back home.
Yeah.
Like, you really need to go back home because it's all about that whole get your people behind you thing.
Yes.
Because your people
Like, you're
will
coming like a
big you
tornado.
up.
When you
Yeah.
come back, it's like a tornado.
They
Nobody
will
can stop
big
you.
up. Like, think Tyler, for example.
That's what I'm saying.
And other people are like, Tyler just came out of nowhere.
No.
No, she came out of nowhere to you.
That's
We've
the thing.
been knowing Tyler. She's
been
been
around.
trying. We've
Yes.
been trying to push her
Yep.
back home. And because we bigged her up to that level,
Yep.
the rest of y'all started to see
Yep.
what
What's
was
going
already
on.
there. It's
Yes.
not that she just came out of nowhere. She's been Tyler, you know?
I'll give you an example, right?
Right.
Burna Boy, yeah? Where do you think he blew up?
We went
In
back to
Ni- he went
Nigeria.
back home.
Yeah.
He's British. That kid, that girl that sang that song, Favorite Girl, I don't know what her name is. What's her name? The girl.
Which one? Which song?
Yeah, I know the one you're
She's
talking-
British.
Daku?
Yeah, Daku. I did
Yeah.
not know she's British.
Yeah.
I saw her picking up an award and she had this in English. I'm like, hey, hang on a minute.
Even Tiwa Savage. I didn't know Tiwa Savage was British until last month.
Oh wow.
But that's what I'm saying.
Wow. There you go. Yeah.
Praise. I'm telling you. I don't even know how I knew this, but I realized if you go back home and you become a superstar, you're coming back like a tornado. Nobody's going to
Yeah.
stop you.
Yeah.
No one is going to stop you.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So
If you have the avenue.
we need to get you back home, make you a superstar, and then we'll bring you back here and nobody can touch you.
You get some mad events happening, get some mad event
I'm being for
in
real.
South Africa.
Okay, I'll tell you example, like Sierra Leone, Drizzy Lake, shout out, he's the best thing we have in that country when it comes to music. I don't
Okay.
care what anybody says. He's international.
Okay.
Locally, Elliot J is a superstar. International, Drizzy Lake is something different, right?
Okay.
This kid, he's 100% back home. But when it comes overseas, he fills up arenas. And he doesn't want to leave overseas. He does all these things there, and then he blew up, and then he comes to the opposite
Yeah.
side.
Mm.
I think if we all go back home and reverse engineer this success game,
Yeah.
we become a household name in our country. Because think about it, people go on holidays, yeah?
Yeah.
When you come back, what are you going to do when you come back? You play this song that are hot in the country, yeah?
Yeah.
So guess what? I'm driving in the car, I pull up to a party with my boys. I'm like, hey, have you heard this song? Because that's what was trending when I was in Africa on holiday.
And it's
Yeah.
it's also it helps to know that there's so many of us in the diaspora. So like, for example, with us being over here right now, we're listening to the people in our home countries telling us what's on and popping in our
Yes.
home countries.
Yeah.
And then when they tell us, we're like, oh, that's what's going on at home right now.
And then you replicate.
Bad. And then you want to support that as well. And I feel like that's a real quick way to, for you to be international. Because your people from that place
They're
are
all
in
over the
other
world.
places.
They're all over
yeah.
the world. Like if you look, there'll be at least percentages. There'll be like 20% of South Africans, 30, 40% in
Yeah.
different countries.
Yeah.
5-10%. So if all those 10, 15, 20% is your fans, you're already in every country.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can beg you, like in terms of, we can all, the artists that are here right now can say yes, they want to go back home, yeah? Most of these artists that we're talking about, they just came to Australia. They've been in Australia for a long time. They came to Australia when they were quite young.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of them don't even know how to navigate the country, first of all. Yeah.
Yep.
And I think the problem that we're having in Australia for our African artists, we're not putting on enough events to
Yeah.
put them on stage.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
There was a South African guy here, Neo Pizzo.
Yeah, no.
When I did my first event in Australia, when I launched Next City, like he can testify to this. I put him on like a king. I was like, bro, like no one have ever done this, guys. There was just nothing like that happening.
Yeah.
When I launched Next City Entertainment,
Yeah.
because no one was doing events and actually putting these people on and giving them small money. You do the events. There's nothing. People go to club, right? What you going there for? You dance and come home. The promoter should hire you. Be like, okay, come to the club. You get $1,000 on tonight. You know what I mean? And that we start giving some money. And that's one thing we're not doing here ourselves as promoters. When I was doing my event, every event I did, I try to put an artist on. Yeah. Every single event from Neo Pizzo, especially, what's his name? No Manu Crooks. There's a Ghanaian guy. Anyway, I can't remember his name now. So I used to put anytime I did an event. So if every artist is kind of like putting themselves in that position as well. And us, the promoters, are actually reaching out to the artists, be like, especially the Afrobeat artists, yeah? We are doing Afrobeat promoters. They're doing an event, reach out to an artist, make her a superstar or make him a superstar, let them come in with their entourage, put them out on the table, let them drink or let them feel themselves. And it's all cross-promotion, bro. When that's what the promoters need to do for these artists so they can actually blow. That's my point of thinking.
Yeah, I think
that's what we're missing, right?
We need to get, like, when was the last time you performed at an event in Australia?
2023 was the last time I performed.
And why haven't you got more performances? There are a lot of events.
I wanted to take a break last year.
So you made a choice.
Last year, I needed to take a break last year and not pursue anything. So yeah, that's why.
All right, now let's talk about your music. We talk about that you're an artist. Let's talk about you as a person outside of music. So how are you able to navigate music, being a parent, being a wife, and still being able to focus on music at a high level? Talk to us how that process works.
I think it really helps to have a village. You know that African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
I feel like that really became evident in my life when I got pregnant. Yeah. When I got pregnant, it was during lockdown. So no one knew. It actually just before we went into lockdown, when COVID first came in, things were still operating and functioning as usual. I did so much during that time. I was on TV, on Channel 7. I did so much. And then when things finally closed down, and thank God they closed down when I was like 7 months pregnant because no one could tell. And then my parents set me down and they had a conversation with me and they said, okay, now that you're about to have a baby, who do you want to be when this baby comes? Do you want to continue doing music or do you want to look to do something else? And I said, I want to continue pursuing music. And they said, how can we help you? And I said, well, 6 weeks after I give birth, I have a performance. And I need to make sure that no one can tell I just had a baby. So my dad cleared up our home garage and made it into a gym, like a home gym for me.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
When the doctor gave me the clear 10 days after I had given birth, I started to exercise. And my parents, my little brother was there exercising with me. They'll take turns holding the baby, giving the baby food or whatever, just to make sure that I had 2 hours of exercising every single day. And I dropped the 12 kilos that I gained within that 6-week period. And when things opened up, I went on stage, I did my performance. And then after that, when I came back to Sydney, my friends as well, how can we help you? What do you want to do? So there's been shows where when my baby was a newborn, we'd all be in the car. Some of my husband's friends would be driving me while I'm in the back seat, and one of my friends would be sitting in the back with me. Yeah. And then I'll be like, guys, I have to be on the stage. I have to do a 30-minute performance. It's okay, we got you. One would be at the front recording me, doing my BTS. The other one would be in the car, shushing the baby for the 30 minutes while I'm on stage. I'd go there, do my performance. One of my other friends is on stage with me, being a backup dancer, because they know that right now, all of this money I'm getting needs to go to my baby's savings account. So they were like, you don't have to hire dancers. We'll dance for you. Even though we're lawyers, even though we're studying medicine, today we're backup dancers. And they would come through for me in that way. So it's been so easy for me because I have that village and I have people that are truly rooting for me.
That's actually a very inspiring story. Think about it, because some people, that's the end of the music career. Like, if you don't have the support,
shout out to your parent, by the way. Great support network.
Great
support network. You know what
but
I mean?
some people will fail that. That's the end of music.
Yeah.
but you are able to navigate it because you have a very supportive team behind you, right? And I also know you work full time as well.
Yeah.
How you doing full time job and doing all this like? Well, like I know you have a village.
Yeah.
But it takes a country to do all that.
No, I had to. You know, when I was pregnant with my daughter, actually, because she was a little surprised. I knew that I needed to have my own savings, and now I needed to have savings for her, and I also needed savings for my music as well. So I would go to my 9 to 5, and then I was like, I need to pick up other side hustles. So I spoke with my manager, and I was like, I need you to make sure I have shows, at least 2 of them monthly at this point. So then on my lunch breaks, I picked up a little side hustle teaching international students how to speak English for to prepare for their visas or whatever. So I would go on my lunch breaks at work. I would be on my laptop teaching people how to speak English on weekends because I actually started music in JMC. I didn't finish though, but I went to JMC for it anyway. It helped. I think what helped more was not the fact that I went to JMC and I had knowledge. What really helped is the fact that on my credentials, I could put that I've been in the industry, did X Factor and all of that kind of stuff. And honestly, I had forgotten all the knowledge from uni, but I know how to teach people to sing. So then people were like booking me, and I had 5 students, 1 for each day. So I would go to my 9 to 5. During my 9 to 5 on my break, I would be teaching English. I would go home and I'd be teaching someone how to sing. So and then I was able to save the amount of money that I planned to save for my daughter. So then after that, there was no way that I could stop doing what I needed to do. So now, I go to work. When I leave work, I go to the studio.
So you condition your body to be able to function in that space. So
because
your body knows this is what needs to be happening.
Exactly. And it's like somebody's looking at me now. My daughter's at that age. She knows I sing. She knows I'm a singer. Yeah. And she will tell me, she's like, good singing, mommy. Good singing, mommy.
The best thing that ever happened.
Yeah. So it shows me that somebody is watching me, and I don't want my daughter to ever think becoming a mother is a full stop, or becoming somebody's wife is a full stop, and your dreams come to a halt. No, they don't. You still got to be a baddie. You still got to get your own bag. You still got to chase your dreams.
Yes.
You know?
But that's it's very inspiring, because a lot of people that I know, they face the first obstacle. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
They don't even get up. They don't even try. They don't even ask.
Yeah, well, Biggie, that's the same thing I said last time. When they get the obstacle with no support, it's over.
Yeah, but look at that. But
look at the support. That's what I said the last time. Because of support, you survive.
Prez, it's a mindset. You got to tell people the truth. Because if she sat there with her parents and she thinks they're going to berate her for having a child, she's not going to tell them the truth, right? So you're going to be scared. You're going to be like, oh, I want to stop doing music.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be able to speak up and tell people what you want to do.
Well, exactly.
They can help you.
That's exactly what I said last time. Sorry, this is on a different topic. We spoke about people that are failing in what like was maybe specific to soccer, but was general. Soccer, music, and everything else. Yeah. She kept her music going. We know some people. I know some girls that was in the music industry that had babies, and that was it.
That's it. That's game over.
But sometimes it's not even like with your support system and your family as well. Sometimes it's how you're received by the industry itself.
Yeah.
Because for me, like I said, no one knew that I was pregnant or had a baby until my daughter was 10 months.
There you go. And COVID helped you.
Yeah, but but at that time, I was in conversations with the label about signing. And I had to get to a point where I was being honest with them, because sometimes I'd be in meetings and I'd be answering and having to mute because my daughter's in the back, like crying. So I had to be like, okay, I know you guys want to sign me or whatever, but I have to be honest. Like I had a baby, and no one knows, but people are gonna know next month because I'm gonna put out this song. This is the music video. You guys can see it first. This is the song. I have a baby, but basically I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want for people to find out that I was pregnant first or had a baby first, and then come to their own conclusion that, oh, because she's had a baby, she's not going to be able to do this anymore. I wanted them to know that I've been pregnant this whole time while I was on the TV, when I shot that music video, when I did that performance, when I went to that city to do this show, so that they know, and I can also say, yes, I have a baby, but the time while I was pregnant, and even now while she's been a newborn, I've done A, B, C, and D.
I was busy.
You know?
It was busy.
But even then, it wasn't enough. They didn't say, sorry, like, because you've had a kid, like, we don't have time for you. But they did go MIA. And that can be disheartening because then it
that
makes
takes you
you
down.
think, damn, maybe
I shouldn't
I'm
have had
done
a baby.
for. Like
I
maybe
shouldn't have
I
had a
really
baby.
am done for, you know?
Yeah.
And so other people could probably experience that. And when you are a mom in this industry, when you're like, oh, sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it to this or whatever. Even if it has something to do with something completely different, they'll be like, oh yeah, it's because you're a mom.
Yeah.
You know?
And they just shrug you
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. So I understand like why some women would be like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's over for them.
Now, let's talk about the most important part. You're about to drop an EP and release a single, right? Talk to me about the process.
Okay, so I have a single coming out on the 21st of March, and it is called, oh my gosh, I just had a mental blank. I
Yeah,
just had a mental blank.
it's okay.
So we know it's coming on the 21st.
It's coming out on the 21st.
It's called Jealous. I have a song coming out on the 21st called Jealous, featuring Jess Jade, and it's an R&B song. It's coming out with its music video, and it will be a song that it will be a standalone single apart from the EP. Yeah.
When does the EP come out?
The EP is scheduled for September.
September.
Yeah.
Now, you were sitting here on a platform where we're trying to promote our own. How can people watching this show help you get to that next level?
Guys, when that song drops, I need you guys to be sharing it on your stories and tagging me and talking about it to your friends and all that kind of juice, because a lot of people watch us. As much as you think they're not, they watch us, they wait to hear from us what's on and what's popping. So you better be on your stories saying this one is popping. Yeah.
Are you going to have a listening party? Or are you going to have a kind of like launch?
For the EP, yes.
Yeah, okay,
We
nice.
have a whole rollout plan for that. There's going to be a show and then a listening party, and yeah.
And then the EP. So
So,
tell me about Jealous. Why Jealous? Why the name Jealous? Let's talk about your music.
Yeah, so Jealous is a song about feeling jealous. I just felt like I really wanted a vulnerable song that spoke about emotions that a lot of us are too ashamed to admit to. I think jealousy in relationships and with your ex-partners moving on and finding new love and new relationships when you're still single and still wanting them is something that can happen naturally. But I think that a lot of us, especially girls and just people in general, whenever we feel those emotions, we change them into something else when we speak about them. It turns into a, well, I'm better than the new girl anyway. Oh, he will never find somebody like me anyway. But really behind the scenes, if we are to be honest, and if people are to hear what's actually going on in our hearts and in our mind, they would be hearing jealousy. I want my man back. It should be me instead. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Give me one line on this. Give me one line on the song.
Chorus?
The chorus, it's just a line?
Just one line on the song. Something that you feel like it's gonna resonate with everybody's gonna listen to the song.
Let me see. Okay, can it be longer than a line?
Make it however long you want.
So it's usually I don't do this, but I finally picked up the courage to pick up my phone and text you. But it's been a whole day and you still ain't texting back.
That's very relevant because that's what happens in every aspect of life when that shit goes down, right?
Yeah.
So you play like the phone game. Should I text him?
Should I text him? Should I wait? Should I text?
Man, he hasn't replied yet. Oh, damn. I guess I gotta be the one to
But would you
reply.
say that everybody's jealous?
Would I say everybody's jealous?
Yeah.
I feel like not naturally jealous as per se. I think that there can be certain circumstances that may bring out that emotion, that may evoke that emotion out of us. Protective? Like, are we all protective?
Like, say the song is actually about your ex-partner, right? Like, so you act a little bit jealous when they go, and then you see that they're doing good, and then you as a person be like, okay, hey, that should be me. You know what I mean? That's what the song is about. You know what I mean? So you feel like most women feel that way, which means that, but some women will say they don't feel that way. Would it mean that they're jealous?
I feel like some people, like, it definitely will bring out something out of you. This song in particular is about, it's me trying to tell the man that I'm really jealous of like your new relationship, and I like when I see you with her, I wish it was me. But then Jess's part is her responding and talking to the guy and saying, I'm really jealous because I'm with you, but I can see that you still want to be with her. Yeah.
Great craft, great
Yeah.
craft, great craft.
No, that's a very, it's something that I have not really seen. So I'm looking forward to the song coming out, and we're gonna promote the hell out of that song, man.
100%.
Everybody that I know, everybody that knows me knows I'm a big fan of for talent, whether it's football, whatever you name it, basketball, music, art, what kind of anything you are into. But I really commend you for the fact that you've been doing this for a very, very long time, and you're still young, right?
Am
You're still young. Like I'll say a story that probably people don't even know this, right? 2 Chainz, right? He was an artist. 2 Chainz was really bad artist. Did you know that?
No.
It was called TT Boy, right?
Oh, wow. Not
He was
TT Boy.
making some crazy, stupid music. This man went back and he rebranded himself, came out with a new name, new sound, and he became something special. So you were young in the sense of because you haven't really scratched the surface of where you should be. And don't give up because you haven't reached where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right? Young in the sense you haven't really been on the spotlight too long.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But you have the talent to stay there for 20, 30, 40 years. What? Awilo is still doing music, right? Like you have people that do music, but you have to be able to be very consistent and be able to change the wave in which music is going.
Yeah.
So I look at Lil Wayne, man. Wayne is still singing good music.
Yeah.
So I think you're still young.
Thank you.
You can get to places that you want to get to, but we need to reverse engineer your growth.
Yeah.
We need to make you the queen of African music. And then when we became a tornado, nobody can stop us.
Yeah.
We're coming through these parts of the world easily. Like nobody's going to stand in front of us.
Yeah.
So keep doing what you're doing. And everybody that I know is going to be with you promoting your music. You are from South Africa. We are from the western parts of Africa. But when people see us, we all are
We're
African.
Africans.
This
Exactly.
is what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like we be going against each other,
Yeah.
but we all the same.
Yeah, I think if we can like work our way, like know that we're all Africans, it'll be great. But if I can say on this platform right now, people that will be watching and following us would like to know where they can maybe get your music and kind of like, especially for a listening party. You know, I don't know if it's gonna be live and things like that, so people can actually tune in and watch it and stuff like that. So,
Or it's gonna be a private listening party, or it's gonna be.
Yes, it will definitely be a private listening party. I'll send out some invites. I'll have like a smaller one, but then I do want to have like a more open for anyone to come.
Yeah.
And you can stream my music under Temgazi on any music listening platform, and all my socials are under Temgazi Official as well. So you can find me there. You can find me there as well. And yes.
Now, I've been a big fan of yours. And okay, so talk about you have a management team that's pushing your music here. Like, what's your plan for Africa? Because I know you say you go back there, people listen to your music, but what is you actually have a plan for Africa?
Yes, I've been working on that for the past year, which is why I wanted to take a break, because I kind of wanted to figure out my direction. My focus right now, honestly, is Africa, not just South Africa, but just Africa. I've been talking and finally established a team in South Africa, and also in Ghana as well. It's something that I'm trying to put together in Ghana, and they want to try and help me handle the Western side.
Western part.
okay.
Yeah.
Once you blow up in the West, it's game over.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate that over there as a South African and how I would be received.
okay.
But it's that's been my focus, because I want to be received by my people, and my people it's not limited to South Africans.
Africa, definitely.
It is Africans, I want for my people to see me and see that I ride for them, and it's not just a thing about me. It's about waving the flag, like as an African. Yeah.
I think once you do that, people will gravitate to your music.
Yeah.
Like if that's how you feel, you're doing music for Africans, I think people will gravitate to your music,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because if you look at Davido, right? He does music with everyone in
Yeah.
every part of Africa. That's what I respect him for.
Yeah.
He's done music with Sierra Leoneans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, South Africans. He's
Yeah.
Mr. International.
Yeah.
And you have some other artists out there who hasn't really touched the basis of the African
Yeah.
region yet. But that's the one thing I commend him for.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people say his song is not great. I don't really care about that. The man is a vibe. The man is a
Yeah,
vibe.
he's a
I
businessman.
don't care what he does. His music
Yeah.
makes you think. It makes you stand up and dance.
Yeah.
That's what music is
Definitely.
about. But when it comes to lyricists, there are way better artists in Africa.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite lyricists in Africa entirely is Nasty C.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
So talk to me. What happened to his music? You very close to that region.
Avenue.
Like, you mean what happened to his music?
Yeah, like
he-
Nasty
he
C was-
fizzled out.
Like,
I
I
feel
just
like
fizzled.
Nasty C is still doing it. Like,
Yeah, but he's not transcending anymore like he used to.
yeah, but I feel like he's had a lot of great success. I know he released an album, I think it was last year or this year, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, celebrating his 10 years of him doing this since his first official release
Wow.
back in 2015. And he has done so much. But maybe I think it also may be to do with the fact that he's now a family man.
Amapiano eating him up too.
Yeah, so I think like with him now having a baby and all that, maybe the focus is like split into different directions. Yeah, but and
he
because
was-
he feels like he's done so much, which he
But
really has.
He was
Yeah.
He's,
he was
he's a good
special.
artist. He's a
Yeah.
good artist.
He was like when I say lyrics, I'm not talking about musicality. Because think about it, there's music and there's lyrics.
Yeah.
Right? Musicality, Davido is great. When it comes to lyrics, Wizkid
Yeah.
is the guy.
Yes.
Wizkid is the man. You know what I mean? So with him, he was special. He was
Yeah.
something different to the African genre.
Yeah.
But somehow he wasn't able to. He break out, and then he just had this really
But he had
moment
a
where-
niche. He had a niche kind of like a niche genre as well.
Yeah, but that's
His
what I
sound
mean.
was a little bit.
His
kinda
sound was
like-
different.
Yes, and then
And then he just fizzled out
Yeah.
with the whole. I think he was signed up to some American label, and then that was it. Really, if
Yeah.
you think about it.
Yeah. Do you
But,
follow him?
Yeah, that's my guy. I love his
Yeah.
music.
Because I feel like he's done so much, especially in the last like
But
5
Amapiano
years.
is eating him up. The last 5 years, nobody can do any
Yeah,
other
the-
music
the-
if it's not
exactly, the
Amapiano.
genre. The genre. I'm
is.
saying he had a niche genre, and people
Yeah.
kind of like no.
They shifted.
They shifted
because
a
we
little
wanted
bit.
to focus on our own thing in South Africa. It's very
Yeah.
hard.
But it's crazy what Prez said earlier on, though, if you think about it, yeah? What he said about we need to have a sound.
Yeah.
South Africa now have a sound.
I mean, we've been having a sound though, guys.
Come
I
on.
feel- yeah, we've been having
around
a
for a long
sound.
Afro
time.
house.
Amapiano been around for a long time.
Not even Amapiano. I feel like people think Amapiano is the
It's not
only
new.
South African sound, or it's like the only thing that made us guys. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
put some
tell me-
respect on my
yeah.
people, guys.
Like, what's
Aibo.
with the
I don't know about you. I don't know about you.
We've been having a sound, guys.
Nah, this is-
Amapiano is nice and cute and it's respected, but hey, we've been doing the things, guys.
I know you've been doing music like Brenda Fassie was
Not
amazing.
even Brenda Fassie. Can we think like if we think about
who's great
think
in South
about
Africa?
think about musicality, right? The
Yeah.
reason why I said before, like when you had asked me like basically where did it all come from with me
Yeah,
doing
it's in the
music, and I
family.
said and I mentioned just being a South African, like it's like a natural normal thing to do. When you think about musicality in terms of harmonies and voices coming together, I'm sorry, nobody can top South Africa.
Hey.
No
Hey.
one. I will put my hand on my chest and I'll say no one
That's-
can top South Africa
Hey.
when it comes to voices coming together to make music.
That's true.
No, no,
That
no,
is
no.
something that comes so natural to us. Like no one, like honestly, when you,
Hey,
okay.
this is like a new, this is new level.
No, for real. Like when we're thinking about think about African music. Like when you're thinking about like even like like all of those. That's
The
us.
harmony.
That's us.
Like I'll give it to South
The
Africa
Lion
because
King, huh?
Yes, I got a family member that was a part of putting some songs on the Lion King. So
Ah.
like,
Okay,
there
yes,
you go. It comes a long
that's
way.
us. Yes.
I got a
You know?
question, Biggie.
Yeah.
What about if we try to get a single of Afro-Aussie artists? And who will be the artists that you want to have on
We'll make a
your
cipher.
team?
How about this? We make a cipher.
Oh yes.
We make an Afro-Aussie cipher.
Yeah.
Solid 7, 8, 9, 10 artists. Put them in a block. Tell them different parts of Africa. We'll make a cipher. And then push it out and let them know there's talent.
Yes. I think that should happen.
We don't need to have a team. Make a cipher, the African.
And who will be the
Australian
names that you
cipher.
recommend?
The first name I'll put on the list.
Yeah. No, let go first.
I start with you. Amapiano business. Don't bring Lucy to a cipher because it's not gonna cut it.
I would put Yao Does It All.
You gotta start from yourself first.
Oh yes, I would definitely be there.
I'll pick you.
Yeah. I would take off my, R&B, and I'd be there dropping buzz. Yeah. And then I would put Yao Does It All from Ghana. I would put Devora from Nigeria.
Okay.
She's been doing her thing. I would put Spacely. Is Spacely Liberian or Sierra Leone?
Liberian.
Yeah.
Liberian.
I would put Spacely. Oh my gosh.
Miles?
Oh, what does he call? Yes, Miles. What does he call
Sorry, I don't
himself?
want to call you. I don't want to disturb you.
I know his name,
Bro, you
but
gotta keep your
I'm
list,
trying
man.
to
You gotta keep your list for
I
yourself.
gotta
though.
keep my
remember
list. I
what
gotta
he
keep
calls.
my list.
There's another artist from South Africa, actually, a young boy. I need to find his actual stage name because I feel like I know him by.
Well, you putting all like that's like at least 7 or 8 artists you putting
okay.
together right
Yeah,
now.
okay, go through the list.
Right, it's gonna be
Yeah.
huge. I think
Yeah,
we should do this, man. This is something we should do.
Yeah, I
Like
think
get
it
a
should.
weekend, put everybody together, go on a set, do a big cipher,
Yeah.
10, 15 artists.
And then just
Just
put it out
push
there
it.
and just
Yeah.
definitely.
And
So
anyone
get
can
the
come and
names
pick
now.
any artist they want.
I tried to do that with female artists before, like a couple of years
What about
ago.
the female MCs? You don't. Well, you have yourself. Who else is a female MC?
Devora.
Devora.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Devora is amazing. Devora is amazing. That's literally all I can think
Okay,
about.
so big you me?
Press,
Yeah.
you
Okay,
go.
so
you go.
so I would do. I have Manu Crooks
Yeah, Crooks, Castle, yeah.
and I have B Wise. And then I'll do three. You did
don't do
like
second
5.
king?
You did
You don't
like
do
5.
second king?
No. I would do. How many I got? I got 4 or 5. I got 5.
Give me none. No more than 4. No more
Okay,
than 4.
no more than 4. So I got B Wise, Manu Crooks. That's especially you said especially right.
Yeah, she took Spacely already.
And then B Wise, Manu Crooks. I would do. There's a Liberian kid called JD Dawn. I'll do JD Dawn. That's 3.
And then one more.
And then I would do.
Right, I gotta bring a second king, man. That's
I'll do second king. I'll do second king. I'll bring second king.
I'll bring in baby like Vino. Is,
You that's what you're trying to get from me.
Bro, Vino. I'll bring in Vino. No, I'll bring up Vino.
Yeah.
Miles Clifford.
Okay.
Kid is special. He can break it down. He can do. I'll bring him a boy. Scrap Nation.
Yeah.
Bro,
Okay,
I'm bringing people that can dance, sing, and do it all. I'm bringing the whole package.
Okay.
I'm bringing the whole set.
There you go. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And let me think about. I'll bring him a boy, Terror D.
Terror D. Okay. Nice
Terror
one.
D doesn't get his flowers he
So
deserves.
you got what? You got 3 already.
I
You
got four.
That's 4. So I
Yeah.
think we can put it up.
We can put it. We know what we'll do. We will put a session
Yeah.
together. Because the thing as well, we don't do in Australia is that artists don't get together and vibe
Yeah.
off each other.
They don't. I feel like
And
it's
that's really
a
bad.
pride thing sometimes.
But then you gotta blame the promoters, bro.
It's not promoter press.
You gotta blame the promoters because the artists need to be chilling.
Artists need to be friends with another artist so they can learn from each other. They can bounce off each other.
interact with them, stuff like that. But sometimes I believe that with the whole music industry, the whole entertainment industry for Africans in Australia is still kind of like mediocre, bro.
But press,
Yeah.
think about it this
It's
way. Yeah?
100%, bro. Like who have really done a vibe party here? That just invite the artists and they come and live like bosses, drink it for free, like invite your people, give them $500. Yeah, no, thanks for coming now.
Yeah, but press, you get it.
But
Think about it.
that's from where they're gonna start having that whatever it is. But we'll do the event.
Sorry, I just remembered the other
Okay,
artist.
let's go
His
for
name
it.
is Ash Swayze. Sorry, I was like looking for his
What's
stage
his name?
Ash Swayze.
There
He's
you
a
go.
South African boy. He's Zulu. Shout out. And he is so amazing. I actually have a song with both him and Devora. That boy can rap.
Yeah, there
So,
you go.
yeah.
I think this can happen.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. This is the first time we're gonna bring talent in one room, so they can bounce off each other.
Hopefully it can happen,
'Cause
honestly.
if you think about American music, the likes of your Chris Browns, your Drake, your Waynes, they go to studio with other artists that they're not even featuring on the song. They're just there to bounce off knowledge and ideas.
Yeah.
And I think you musically talented. Somebody else is great, but people see things differently.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
But if you have your team around you, they're not going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But if you have friends that are musically gifted the same way you are, you probably will listen to them more and you will listen
But
to,
that
say, for
it
example, a
works
friend.
when there isn't like pride involved. I think that's the thing.
We're gonna get rid of the pride.
Yeah.
We're gonna work as a team, and we're gonna create something special in this country. I'm telling you that
Yeah,
now. I'm
I feel
saying
like
it
if
here
we
right
can get
now.
people on the same in the same like wavelength,
Yeah.
it's something that can work. Because I've had this conversation in multiple studio sessions, and everyone seems to agree until it's time to put
do
what
it.
we say into action. And it's like, guys, let's shop, let's do this, and then it
You know-
becomes a point of like, what can I benefit
Oh,
from?
I don't like that
exactly.
girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the pro-
from being with you.
Yeah,
Oh, is that
exactly.
person coming? I don't
No,
like
no,
that
Yeah,
person.
I feel like
I
I'm better
think-
than that one. Yeah,
The problem of us as well, the African artists in Australia, we think we're actually there when we're not really there yet.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, shout out to them and everything like that. Like, they've put their work in and things. Like, I love them all. But I think if we all actually start putting our eggs in some kind of basket, collaborating, sharing ideas, and actually, you know, putting other people on, we can go a long way. And that's where it's lacking. And I seriously believe that us, the promoters need to work harder and respect the art, respect the artists. And that's what is lacking for the artists. The artists are not getting gigs, bro. The artists are not getting paid. The artists are not getting money.
Yeah, they spend all they
how do
spend
you
money on their
expect them?
product.
How do you expect an artist to sit
to-
at home
go to work. Make your
to
money.
to be creative and write his music and actually, you know,
When he's got 9 to 5.
exactly. And but if he knows that okay, there is entertainment event, he's gonna have a gig tomorrow, have a gig. He doesn't need to wait for Sony to call him up. He doesn't need to wait for SBS to call him up. But there's somebody in the community that is be like, okay, I got $500 for you tomorrow, or in every 2 weeks you got $500. But all the promoters, they're getting they're doing events. You will go, we pay money, but no one is paying for the artists,
And
and
no
they
one is
actually
putting artists on too.
and they're actually just getting artists from overseas.
Yeah, because
And leaving the artists that we have here.
and then if you think about it, yeah,
You know
of
what I mean?
late, it's been a thing where they bring DJs. DJs are more valuable now
Yeah.
than artists.
Yeah.
And the DJs, guess what the DJs are doing? They're
playing
playing the
artist
songs
music.
of the artists. So why do people pay more money to book DJs that are very renowned to play good music, and they're getting paid good money? So now you have a niche market. Somebody else is tapping into it, and they're benefiting from it more than you guys making the good music.
Yeah, that's why a lot of artists are actually also doing DJing now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
Might as
thing
well.
right now. So like you'll find that there's an artist that goes by a particular stage name, and then they'll have like a DJ name as well, because they want to just be making money, you know? Which I understand. If like creating and all of that is like your income, like your only stream of income, you need to hustle and try to get it in any way. So yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Thames, we're going to wrap this up now. But before we go, what's your message to the African community in Australia?
My message would definitely be, guys, let's get behind each other. We need to start understanding that we actually have more power than we recognize.
Yeah.
We are the ones that set the tone. We are the ones that decide what's on and what's popping right now.
Yep.
And if we want to see ourselves climb up the ladder in all different spaces of life,
Yep.
it takes us to be the ones to do that. We can't wait for these people in these different industries to recognize that we are something.
Yeah.
We need to just be that and support each other being that, and then everyone else will support.
Yeah, definitely.
Well
Yeah.
said. Well said.
And then one more message for the people.
One
That's
more
two- that's-
message would be, my song's coming out on the 21st of March.
Holla.
So I'm going to need you guys to stream, to watch the video, to post it on your pages. Thank you.
The link will be in the bio, guys,
Yes.
and everything has to be just follow the link, and then you can chase her up.
Prez,
Make
one,
sure you support her.
one message for the music industry.
Bro, the music industry in Australia, I think, guys, you guys need to keep working and get your craft right, get it professionally engineered, get it ready, and make sure you can play on radio if you're coming up. And then the promoters out there, let's start getting these guys gigs. Let's start giving them money. Let's start making them feel like kings and queens as they are and they deserve. So for every single African event out there, you do an event, collect one artist, put them for stage, get 'em money, pay them.
Yeah, because they pay a lot of money
Exactly,
to record these
you know what
songs,
I mean?
man.
Pay
How much
'em.
you pay a studio session will cost you what? $200-300.
More
my
than
gosh,
that, bro.
And that's not even
More than that,
no, I'm
bro.
just saying one session for like an
You know
hour
what I
or so.
mean?
And that's not even enough to make a
$600
music.
a session, cuz.
I wish.
Well, like that's what I'm saying. Like you guys spend a lot of money in this crap,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
people don't want to pay you the money you
Yeah,
deserve to be on stage.
It's true.
You performing half an hour on stage, that probably will cost you performing like what 5 songs on stage will cost you like $20,000.
But let's just
Easy.
pay the people right.
You know what I mean? Easy. So my message to everybody watching, we need to be collective. We need to be a group. We are powerful as a collective, and we are good as individual. And we can be great if we all come together. Because if you think about it, the Nigerian people push Afrobeat to where it is at today. You can't tell me anything. You go to a Nigerian party, they're playing Nigerian music. They don't care what you like, what you don't like. They've done that over the years, over 20, 30 years. And now that music is main stage. Now we have a foundation as Africans.
Yeah.
In Australia, we need to become one to be a force.
Yeah.
You know what?
I got you.
There's a saying that says, divide and conquer. Now we want to be collective and conquer. We can do it as a group. There's bread for everyone.
Yeah.
But we need to support each other. We need to bounce off each other. Man, I don't care. There's nobody out there is my competition. Because at the end of the day, if you make it, I go on the street, somebody asks me, hey, Dean, I'm like, yeah, I know this. You got to be proud of your own. So let's be proud. Let's support and be proud of everybody. And let's push our product. Because if we don't use our product, who is going to buy it? No one is going to buy our product in this country.
Yeah.
And we are far from home.
Yeah.
Man, it takes me 3 days to get home.
Yeah.
Chai. All of
So
us
that's all I gotta say to the people. So make sure I'll put the songs up on the page. I will share it up. We'll push her music. We'll get her to the level where she belongs. So she's been doing this for just too long. She's dedicated her
Let's
time.
celebrate.
Yo,
They
guys, I'm
represent.
even a mother now, guys. I'm a mother now, and I'm a wife.
She
I'm
started
still
doing it as a
it.
teenager, and now she's a mother.
Yeah.
But we need to get her to the next stage.
Make a chop.
So, like, for us here on the AfroAussie team, how do you think we can support you?
Honestly, just as you said, by supporting, by making noise about the music and making not just me, but any artist that you believe can actually succeed, making them a big deal.
Yeah, that's it. Gotta make them a big deal, bro.
All right.
That's
So, Zoom Zoom Master, thank you very much for your time. I think we'll leave you here for today. Got you on the next flight.
Thank you.
Me team not the lost, me team not the lost, me team not the lost, me team not the lost.